Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. In the last episode, we stopped with our caravan to try to find some berries and water to make a tea to heal our sickness that we have. And we ended up encountering some local Glenfathan tribes people that attacked our caravan. They killed everyone except poor Hayden here and us as well. And we managed to escape into a cave as a Beowick was attacking, supposedly. We didn't actually see anything, but there was a lot of sort of energy, magical, spiritual sort of shenanigans going on. And we're now in this cave, trapped inside, trying to find our way through. So let's go ahead and do that. So unpause the game here. Have a look around. Looks kind of weird. Some sort of large crystalline formation.
That should be far enough. But what now?
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
Alright, well, let's get going. Again, our character Verithax, the paladin, is sort of logical. He wants to get things done. Okay. A trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobby elbows and thin ribs show through its scaly flesh, but you recognize it as a Zorup. It watches you cautiously, breathing in ragged sighs. I think we're going to raise arms and stand still. Raise your arms and stand still. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. The creature sniffs around you and finds nothing of interest. It steps back and resumes its defensive posture. Okay, well, let's just back away from it. The Zarp watches warily as you go. We'll come back this way. Let's go see what's over here. Curious how large this map is. Looks like it's a pretty good size ruin or cave. I guess it's a combination of both.
Wonder who was here. See if they left anything useful behind.
Let's go check out what we have. Looks like we have camping supplies. In amongst these supplies are bedrolls, blankets, rations, and other amenities intended to keep hardy explorers from succumbing to the elements. We have a one-handed mace, and we have a hammer and chisel, a simple iron hammer and chisel useful for chipping away at hard surfaces, particularly ones that display structural weakness. Alright, well let's go ahead and grab all this stuff. You've discovered some camping supplies. You can use these to rest in the wilderness or dungeons, fully restoring all of your character's abilities and health. Easy difficulty allows you carry more camping supplies, but hard restricts them severely. If you fully run out of camping supplies, try to find an inn. Most have cheap rooms available. Let's check out what we have in these crates. A small shield and another torch. Let's go ahead and grab everything. And it looks like we can sort through our inventory a bit. Now, in the last episode when we were escaping, Hayden was grabbed by one of the raiders that was feigning death, and we threw our sword to try to save him. Originally, I thought, maybe we'll leave him because it doesn't make sense to try to save him if he's already injured and he's captured and we're trying to escape something. It would put our life at risk, but then I thought, it would be nice to have a third party member, another able body that can help us fight, and it looks like we actually did lose our weapon from that situation. So let's grab a one-handed mace, and I think for now we're going to stick with the torch in our offhand, so we're going to dual wield a little bit. And we still have some stuff, so let's try to move things around. We have some lockpicks on Hayden. These slender steel tools can be used to assist in opening a variety of locks. If a lock is slightly outside the range of a picker's expertise, some lockpicks may be sacrificed in the process of opening it. And he also has a potion of minor regeneration. Gives plus 30.5 endurance over 12 seconds. These blue-green liquids are attributed with powers of recuperation, restoring energy and liveliness to the wearer, wary or morose over a period of time. Okay, so that could be useful. And I think we'll just kind of distribute stuff. Him for his, I don't know why he has all of these daggers, but let's go ahead and give him a bow. I believe all of the ones we have are that hunting bow. So that is, let's equip him with the bow actually. Yeah, so that's the same as what he has right now. And let's make sure everyone's armor is doing okay. I am going to just kind of shift some stuff around so I'm not the only one carrying absolutely everything. I'm curious if we can use that hammer and chisel perhaps on the crystalline structure we saw back there. I think we're actually going to give her a shield in place of her torch. Because she does tend to run in there and get into trouble. Alright, so let's go ahead and get on over here. I do want to see if we can maybe chisel through this structure. I'm not sure how we would do that. Or if we even can.
Yeah.
Can I go into the inventory and... Can I equip you? Quick items? No? Okay, well maybe I can't do anything with it. Okay. I guess I could stash all this stuff until we're ready to sell it. I'll keep the torch just in case, keep his lockpicks, and we'll just put everything else away for now. So hopefully I always have access to that. That's a nice little system of getting rid of stuff. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we can do anything with that, but we can check this out. A lower level of the ruins has been blocked off by fallen rubble.
Right.
Okay, so we can't check it out. Let's keep going. We'll deal with that little lizard guy in a bit. Looks like we have a puzzle. The Eastern Reach is a dangerous place full of lurking enemies and carefully concealed secrets. Enable scouting mode to move stealthily and search for hidden objects like traps and secret doors. So scouting mode right here is the Alt button.
Steady does it.
And let's actually check out our character real quick. What gives bonuses to scouting? I'm curious. Perhaps perception. I believe there's actually... Yeah, there is a stealth, so he's got 2. We have 0, and she's got 0. So let's take Heoden and scout ahead. He also has decent perception. It's actually, he's got the best perception. So let's take Heoden. Let's kind of scout him ahead a little bit.
Those tiles look suspicious.
They do.
Let's be careful.
What is that?
That roundish symbol. I'm pretty sure I saw it on one of the tiles back there.
Okay. Just doing a little bit of scouting. I'm going to move these guys up here in case we get into combat. That way they won't be too far behind. There's a corpse up here, and we have some black oozes, so maybe we'll move everyone up here.
Right.
And we'll get into a little bit of a fight. Scouting mode is used both for stealth and for finding hidden objects like traps and secret containers. While scouting, your character's selection circles will start to fill with yellow when a character is starting to detect them. Once the circle fills yellow, the character is suspicious and will move to investigate while the circle fills red. If the circle becomes fully red, your characters will be discovered. A character's ability to find hidden objects is based on his or her mechanics skill. A higher mechanics skill allows greater allows them to find objects at a greater distance. So you can see Kalisha already, she's filling up with some yellow. Moving toward a character accelerates how quickly they will detect you. If you actually touch the selection circle of a character with your own, you will be immediately detected. Alright, let's actually have him. He's got out his bow. What's the range on this? I'm curious. Once per encounter. It doesn't actually give a range. It doesn't look like. Maybe we can range it. I'm not sure. Maybe he'll run up to it and do it. But let's just go ahead and have him open up.
What you need?
And we'll sit these guys here and see what happens. Okay, so she's red. He's aware. So let's take these guys out. You scored a crit. A crit is a better result than a hit, and they are more likely to occur when the attack's accuracy is higher than the target's defense. Attacks that do damage will do more damage on crit. Attacks that inflict status effects or afflictions will have increased durations on a crit. Grazes are worse than hits and suffer decreased damage and effect durations. Alright, but everyone's getting in on this ooze. Let's check out this combat log real quick, see what he was doing. Corrode damage is what that was. Okay. And we have some ooze plasma. Thick opaque jelly. I guess we'll just send that to our stash. And she had a poleaxe, a two-handed weapon, which he is definitely going to take. Verithax loves his two-handed weapons, so let's go ahead and put that on him right now. Can't do it. Okay. Let's move some stuff around. I like this mace better than this axe, and this poleaxe. There we go. Very nice.
Sure.
Okay, so this looks kind of weird.
What's that muck on the wall?
Viscous and oily, thick. This muck clings to anything it touches. A viscous slick of something dark and tar-like runs down this wall. The shape and bulges in the ooze suggest that something lies beneath it, but you can't tell what. Use your water skin to clear off the ooze. You rinse away the ooze, revealing an intricate relief of a man's face. The sunburst surrounding it has chipped away in places, but the details of his head, from the tight curls of his hair to the ridges of his pointed ears, still showcase remarkable craftsmanship. One eye socket is empty, a gem fills the other. So maybe we need to go find ourselves a gem. So let's head back through. We still have this area up here to kind of poke around. This mural must be ancient, yet the colors are still bright and vivid. Okay, so we have to do something with these pillars, it looks like. I guess I'll just click one. A symbol of interwoven rings is inscribed on this pillar. An unlit brazier sits at its base. It could be lit if you had the means. Use your torch to light the brazier. Flames kindle swiftly in the brazier, winding their way upwards. Alright, well, let's check the next one then. Move these guys in the middle in case something bad happens.
Yeah.
Alright, all of them are lit. I'm not sure what this means. I'm guessing that created a path for us to get across. Maybe we can stand in the unlit runes. Let's go check out what's down here real quick. This looks like we actually get to skip the lizard guy. And we have a crossbow, leather armor. Let's compare that to what we have. Good slash resistance, good corrode, which is actually what we're fighting against right now. But I'm going to keep the one that we have for the time being. We have a relief gem, which that will go into the wall. Another torch, a tattered journal. The small folio is torn in several places, and blood has soaked into several of the sheets. One later entry is still legible, however. I can't believe my luck. A few rounds of dice and I've got my hands on a genuine Ingwithan artifact. Fellow who had it said it was a pretty nothing as far as he's concerned. He's not willing to go digging in some ruins. But if he's right about this gem leading to a hidden treasure, then that's worth sneaking past a few painted elves. I'll head to Salantlis in the morning. Then it's just a matter of finding this relic he was talking about. Okay, so we have the eye. We have a journal telling us what's going on. And let's just kind of put some stuff up. This crossbow we'll give to Heoden. We'll take the gem and the torch we'll stash. That was added to the stash. We lost our full water skin. I do want to give Heoden, I want to check out this crossbow. It's slow and it does a lot more damage though. We're actually going to go ahead and give him the crossbow. Yeah. I like him having the crossbow. And I'm guessing we can go into our stash whenever we want. I'm going to hang on to the chisel. And I'm going to stash this other stuff for right now. I'll give the potion to her since she's kind of doing a good bit of the fighting. Of the front lines fighting.
Right,
let's
sure.
Wait.
keep going.
Do you hear that?
Okay, that looks like... Okay, that's a Skoldir whelp. Alright, well, we're pretty much just gonna attack it. Alright, let's have her knock him down. Okay, he did some sort of stun shout. Let's use our flaming weapon on him. Nope, he just went down. That was a nice shot by Heoden.
Right.
Let's check out what he's got. Skoldir meat. Both stringy and slimy, making it palatable to few in its raw form. We can stash that. And it looks like we have another hatchet.
Take a look at the wall. Think we could get through?
I think we could get through, but I do want to go finish exploring this area, and we do have that gem. We know that this spot is a dead end. And we also have this little area that I want to get through. So let's take Heoden, put him in scout mode so he moves a little slower.
Here. Found something.
Okay.
Worth a look. Worth a look. Found something.
So let's move him over here. This wall probably doesn't move. I just wanted to check it out.
Worth a look. Worth a look.
I want to test to see if he can disarm
Fresh
stuff.
air in here. I think we found an exit. Sounds like the storm pass too.
Okay, so that's going to be the exit. So we're going to head back now. Because we certainly don't want to leave.
Found something. Found something.
Alright, let's get everyone out of sneak mode. We're going to go back up here. And see about putting this gem in this little statue's eye. How's our health doing? It's about 10% lower. Let's place the gem in the eye sockets. The chamber begins to rumble, stray rocks dancing across the tile floor. Finally, a large section of the wall gives way. Alright, well, we have combat. So let's unpause just for a moment. Okay, he's opening fire already. Let's take him down. Kalisha, we're gonna have do her knockdown, and we will do our flame weapon attack. And he's already badly injured, near death. Super easy combat. Let's check out what he's got. More ooze plasma. And some nice stuff. It looks like amethyst. Amethyst can be found in a variety of shades, but those of the darkest purple are considered to be the most valuable. Discovery of new sources has become commonplace in the past few hundred years, and amethyst no longer fetches the same value it once did. It's only worth 10 copper, so maybe we'll get a few from it. And Adra, an organic material crystalline in structure but shell-like in substance. Adra can be found growing up through the ground in veins in many parts of Aora. Easy to carve and manipulate, it is favorite of jewelers as a semi-precious stone and is often cut more intricately and beautifully than other gems. So I guess that's what all of these mineral deposits are scattered all around here. And we have a minor cloak of protection. It goes on our neck. It gives us bonus to fortitude, reflex, and will. Capes and cloaks can be worn for protection from the elements and from prying eyes alike. Many are woven with spells to provide additional defense or enhanced abilities to the wearer. We're definitely going to take the cloak, and then the other stuff we're going to put in our stash. Let's go ahead and throw on this cloak. And it adds a nice cape to our character. That's pretty cool. And it looks like we can actually change our colors sort of on the fly, which is interesting. You know what? I'm liking that. We are part of the Gold Pact Knights. Alright. Not too shabby. Forgot to grab Hayod in there. Okay, so let's go open this door down here. And I'm curious if F5 is quick save. It is. Gotta love PCs. Hayden's running a little behind, but that was my fault. And we do still have that lizard down there that we can, I don't know, it seems like we're only going to be able to attack him. A crack runs along this wall from floor to ceiling. A light gust of air passes through it. Push the wall, use the hammer and chisel to weaken the wall. Let's do that. You set to work. The cracks lengthen and widen with your efforts, but the process is more taxing than you had expected. Sweat beads your forehead and your muscles begin to ache. Okay, let's try to push the wall. Despite the damage, the stone looks heavy and solid. Let's push it ourselves. You push with all your might, and the crack begins to spread. Finally, you feel the ancient masonry give way. The wall crashes down, revealing a circular room ahead. Might 16. Okay, maybe we should have chiseled the wall.
I could scout ahead, see what's around the corner.
You know what? That is a good idea, Hayden. Let's do that. We have this large crystal. It looks like we have a Skoldir whelp in front of us. And I'm guessing he's going to be the only thing in this room. So that yellow meter around Hayden's actually starting to fill up. But we're getting away from him. Let's scout over here. Okay, it looks like we do have another one. So let's come back here. And we'll move Hayden back here. Have Verithax and Kalisha come over this way. And we'll have Hayden get off a shot. He's actually almost dead already. Near death. That shot from Hayden was a really good shot. Let's see if we can find that real quick. I'm gonna make that a little bit bigger. 39 pierce damage sneak attack. So that was pretty huge. Let's sneak everyone else again real quick.
Sure.
Move everyone over here. Hayden, come over here and take your shot. Alright, let's go down here.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright, it looks like he missed.
What
Let's
you need?
have Kalisha knock him down. Alright, and that crossbow is doing some pretty good work. Looks like he's got an ear. Okay. Let's send it to our stash and grab this loot. Another ear as well. Maybe these are used as some sort of trophy. It is definitely worth it having Hayden go scouting ahead. This looks just like the exit again. So I guess it's a sort of roundabout way.
How can I help?
Hayden attack this first one.
What you need?
Kalisha can knock him down, and we will attack this other spider. Okay, it looks like we're getting interrupted. Oops.
Take him down. Yeah.
Alright.
Right.
So that's, I guess, just a really roundabout way. We're going to leave the lizard. We're just going to leave him to his own devices. Looks like we have another spiderling. Can we sneak everyone? No, it's probably too late for that. Okay, so that's a really big spider. So we're going to have her try to knock down the famished spear spider. Okay, and then we are going to come around behind, get in some attacks, light it on fire, burn it down.
Yeah.
Very nice. What's over here? Bats as large as chickens are strung in the web. Alright, well, let's see what we have. Spear spider leg. Spear spiders have long, tapering front limbs ending in a sharp point, which they use to impale their prey. This leg is covered in small, backward-facing barbs. Sounds pretty nasty.
Yeah. Sure.
Looks like we have another passageway over here, so let's definitely go check that out. And we have a helmet. Helmets come in many forms, from the humble padded cap to fully enclosed steel great helms. Different cultures tend toward different styles of helmets. But outside of regimented armies, the type of helmet an individual wears often comes down to personal preference. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I had a tickle in the back of my throat. It turned out to be quite a cough. So I guess I don't really want to wear a helmet. Let's send it to her and see if it maybe gives her a nice little helmety look. Does it actually give her any damage reduction? No, it does not. It is just purely visual. So we're just going to put that in the stash because I don't really care about that. I'm curious if we have to have these tools on us in order to be able to use them. I'm not sure. Alright, well we have something over here. Looks like we have some jasper and agate, so some more minerals. That one's actually worth quite a bit. And that one worth less, so they're common in Aora.
Yeah.
Alright, well. That was a nice little cave area. Let's head out. And it looks like we can go back if we want to. Nope. 4 figures stand silhouetted before an otherworldly apparatus, an ancient structure of chiseled adra and metallic veins, inscrutable and ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in their midst is what appears to be a human body, colorless as stone or ash. The other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscured from their view. The face of one of the figures is distantly visible, framed by long tendrils of oily gray hair tinged dark at the ends, and a thick beard that seems to obscure all trace of emotion. His faded robes are embroidered with a runic language unlike anything you have ever seen, and his head is crowned with a strange black headdress with 2 protrusions jutting out, one on either side like the wings of some profane, malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness. And see, this man has kept his word, true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book. Your brother has done his part. You have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet and the air is still. Then, all at once, it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land and pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the black unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place, another time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with adra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end, a great pillar of adra pierces the floor from below like a ragged spike, its shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you have just seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined, the work perhaps of a prodigious but fevered mind. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think them, and they are all questions. Pressing questions, troubling questions, questions that must be answered, or... At the base of the pillar now, you see a man with a thick gray beard and ceremonial robe, his oily hair tucked beneath a black cowl and strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You are walking towards him now at a pace that is hurried while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all, and the question spins madly in your mind. Oh man. You awaken to find your malaise has broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like a ringing in your ears that does not subside. Movement flits through your periphery, but when you turn to look, you can see no sign of whatever it was. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tick. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. The figures at the machine stand frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinder and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. Hayden and Kalisha lie bloody on the uneven cobbles, their bodies twisted unnaturally in death. You are alone and far from help. Gilded Veil may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. Your character has earned enough experience to advance a level. Click the icon on their portrait to level them up. I just want to take a moment, because leveling is usually a happy thing, but we just went through this experience. We thought that we made, put some potential allies, some potential friends, and now they're gone. That man with the mask, maybe he was some sort of head enchanter. He sounded almost like some sort of high priest of this. I believe it was the queen that was. And that machine, it seemed like it was stealing these people's souls for some sort of magic or incantation. And why we're alive, I have no idea. It looks like we get all of their stuff. I believe that was Kalisha's armor. I'll take Kalisha's armor. And we'll just stash everything else except the lockpicks and the potion. Alright. We will wear this. And we'll put that on our quick items. Keep these on us for now. Well, thank you, Kalisha and Hayden. Okay,
Yeah.
that's creepy.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to stop running through it to see if maybe something would happen, but Vessel flesh was added to your stash. Okay, I do want to see what that is. Is it part of... Okay, what is this? Quest items, ingredients, other, consumables, clothing, armor, and weapons. So I guess it was... Is it somewhere in here? Vessel flesh. This reeking flesh once held a bound soul. With its energy fading, the flesh is entering a rapid decay. So that machine did take their soul from them. So we're seeing some sort of torture device. This massive structure is formed of stone, azure, and copper and covered in strange glyphs. The air around it vibrates with an unusual energy. Okay, I don't want to do that just yet. I want to see... Okay, so we do have a little bit that we can grab. Pilgrim's Crown. Another plant that we can probably use for alchemy. Alright. So where are we? We are up here at Salant Lys. I'm not sure what that pronunciation is. The Gilded Vale is where we were headed. So I guess our next stop is going to be Valewood. But Gilded Vale is where we were going to get some land from that local lord. And I'm just kind of looking around. We have Defiance Bay, which looks like a pretty large city. Deerford Village, Twin Elms. Maybe that's some sort of elven area. Alright, well I guess we're headed to Valewood. So let's head to Valewood. It will take you 6 hours to complete your journey from Salant Lys to Valewood. Okay. Cross the Valewood.
Sure.
Looks like we have more camping supplies and some more armor. Some more herbs. Still hearing those faint whispers. Those mushrooms, blood moss. Alright, well, down the path we go. I wonder if maybe that was this person's spirit. It seems like they're leading me this way. Shattered pieces of a crate are strewn across the dirt along with a few muddy vegetables. There were some more mushrooms down there we can grab. Looks like we found a cave, which I definitely don't mind exploring. That's a bear. We may have to run from the bear. Yeah, we need to run from the bear. When a party member is reduced to 0 endurance, they are knocked out. This means they are out of the fight, but as long as your side is victorious, they will regenerate endurance when combat ends. Even though endurance regenerates after combat, health does not. Keep an eye on the bar to the left of the character portrait to prevent them from becoming maimed or killed. Okay, so... the Watcher has died. We died. Where was our last autosave? I guess it was just entering the cave. Alright,
Right.
just double checking. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna hit. I don't know why I'm hitting C to sneak. I think that's what it was in like Skyrim. I want this. Cave coral. Was that worth it? Probably not. Alright, let's get out of here. That bear's rude. That bear's real rude. First death, not, you know, not unexpected, I guess. Okay, that is a young wolf. I'm a little more confident in taking this out, especially since it's only a single wolf. Barely injured. Did that not even hurt it? Can I tell what its defenses are like? I'm still trying to learn what the icons are. Let's go ahead and do another one of these attacks. We're not doing too well. Maybe we should switch to a different weapon set. Can I do that mid-combat? Do we have another one on us? We do. Let's switch over to this weapon set.
Almost.
Come on. Just beat the wolf. That's all I'm asking. Beat the wolf Verithax. Settler's Arrow. And we got another wolf pelt. We did level up. We didn't take care of that. I completely forgot about that level up. Alright, so what can we put points into? We have 6 points left. We can do stealth, which I'm not really too concerned with for a character. Athletics, probably. Adventuring is tiring work. Traveling, fighting, and scrambling up fallen statues can take its toll. The athletic skill counters the effects of accrued fatigue. So it looks like we get more fatigue and we get less from fighting. Lore is for dialogue mostly, and then scrolls. Mechanics is for traps. Not too interested in that. Survival, consumable duration is the only thing that buffs. So I think we're going to buff our athletics up to 4. And then let's buff our survival up. And I guess we'll do another point in... I think we'll do that and we'll just see if we can save that, maybe? Maybe we'll do 1 point into stealth. Just one. We're not going to put a lot of points into stealth, but maybe that'll help out. Looks like we have 1 talent we can pick from, so... Wow. Okay, let's try to look through these kind of quickly. Intense Flames. Talents. Talents can be used to customize your character beyond your class ability choices. Some talents modify existing abilities, but others add new abilities of their own. A subset of talents are class specific, but most can be taken by characters of any class. Intense Flames modifies Flames of Devotion plus 25% damage as burn. I believe that is our weapon skill's name. Untroubled Faith. The Paladin's beliefs become more than just a sum of his or her actions, negating reputations that negatively influence faith and conviction. That could be interesting to take. Deep Faith. Deepens. The intensity of the Paladin's faith deepens, granting them increased defensive bonuses to faith and conviction. Enduring Flames. The Paladin's Flames of Devotion do burning damage over time. Offensive stuff. Weapon Focus Adventurer. Poleaxe, Estoc, Flail, Wand, and Warbow, gaining accuracy with all weapons of those types. Knight is the Battle Axe, Sword, Morning Star, and Crossbow. We might do the Knight. Noble, Dagger, Rapier, Mace, Scepter, and Rod. Not interested. Peasant. Hatchet, Spear, Quarterstaff, Hunting Bow, and Unarmed. Ruffian is the Saber, Stiletto, Club, Pistol, and Blunderbuss. Soldier is the Great Sword, Pike, Warhammer, Arbalest, and Arquebus. I think we might do the Soldier. We can't actually get... Oh wait, no, that's because I have it selected. But we do have a poleaxe on us at the moment, so this won't help us right away. Marksman is ranged, 2-weapon style. Increase the character's attack speed while using a weapon in each hand. One-handed style. Some grazes are converted to hits. Two-handed style grants a damage bonus while wielding a two-handed weapon. That could be good as well. Hold the line. Trains the character in new defensive strategies, increasing his or her engagement limit by 1. So I guess they can only tank a certain number of enemies at a time. Snake's reflexes increases the character's reflex defense. Bear's fortitude. It's fortitude defense. Fortitude is attacks on internal physical systems, poison, disease, etc. What is reflex? Dodge out of the way of physically harmful AoE attacks. The will defense is mental based attacks, so spells, it looks like. Weapon and shield. And graceful retreat grants a bonus to all defenses against disengagement attacks. I think, well, I guess we have utility still. There's so many things here. Fast runner. +1 move speed, +5 defense when disengaging. Scion of Flame, +5 damage reduction for burn, and +20% burn damage. And we do a little bit of fire damage, so that could be good. Heart of the Storm increases shock damage and damage reduction. That is corrode damage, freeze. We can recover quicker when we change weapons. Allows the healing of a modest amount of health on the user once per rest. So this would give us our health back without having to camp. But we can only use it once until we do camp or visit an inn. Field triage. That is health on an ally. So this is for us, and that is for an ally. Scion of Flame, I think, would be good. This just straight up buffs, but it's only that one spell. This one, I'm thinking about taking. Negate reputations that negatively influence faith and conviction. So this would give us more defense, but I think that's something that we might take later on. I think I want to go for this two-weapon style, two-handed style. So let's do the two-handed style. Alright, that took a while. There was a lot of stuff to click through there. After leveling a character up, you may want to review your statistics. Open their character sheet to see their attributes, skills, and abilities and talents in greater information and greater detail. Alright, so we can see him here. Alright, let's put back our first weapon set. And I guess head through the woods a little bit more. The grass is still flattened behind the wagon's wheels. Barrels of cabbages, potatoes, and squash have been overturned and abandoned. Suddenly I'm thinking of Avatar. That poor man always screaming about his cabbages. This actually just takes us back to the world map. So it looks like we needed to go down this path anyways, and this should take us back to it. And it looks like we have a person here named Nanton. But I want to scout out this area just a little bit better first. Combat start. Oh, we have a person here. An outlaw. It's just the one? Hopefully it is just the one. Let's go ahead and use our... Is it Flames of Devotion? Yes. Those are really solid hits. We actually got interrupted right there. Let's go ahead and just take him down. They had quite a bit of stuff. An open helm, more leather armor, lockpick. We'll take the lockpick. And I think everything else we will send to our stash. That looks like a dead person over there. I'm gonna just quick save. Feel like I should quick save. Tenfrith, the young dwarf tending the stew, looks up, startled as he sees you approach. He drops his ladle, spattering stew across the ground. What? The bandit turns. Get him, you dogs, and make sure our new cook don't run off. Tenfrith. Help! Please, help! Mag! One of the bandits gives Tenfrith a kick as they pass him, and he huddles. So maybe we can save him and get a new companion. This does look a bit dangerous. Those look like bow users. I'm actually going to retreat back around these bushes. And let's go ahead and see if we can do some damage. It doesn't look like we will be able to. Let's keep moving back. I want to try to keep her out of the fight as much as possible. Alright, that's one down. She's still getting shots off, and that's really annoying me. Let's go ahead and use our health potion. I want to save this dwarf, and I don't know when we'll get another person to come help us. It's really unfortunate that we don't have any more uses of our Flames of Devotion. Hopefully we can get some more in the future. He's pretty tanky. Damage reduction 6. Looks like, I don't know if that's slash of 9. We're doing crush damage. He's grazing us, we're grazing him. That health potion works very nicely. I guess we can run through those trees. Alright. This should go a little bit better since she is an archer. And we're just getting all of these grazing attacks. We did interrupt her though. Glad we had that potion. Alright, let's go check to see if the dwarf's okay real quick.
Welcome.
By the flame, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I thought I'd be stuck cooking for these ignorant weasels for the rest of my life. Or until they were bored with me, I suppose. I must get back home. I only hope they haven't hired a replacement. The dwarf looks aghast. Listen, next time you're in the Gilded Vale, stop by the Black Hound Inn. I'll let Paskin know just what you've done for me, and I'm sure she'll do right by you in turn. Oh, to be back at my oven again. You've earned a reputation. Reputations can be held with communities or factions in the Eastern Reach and will affect how members of that group respond to you. In some cases, friends or enemies of those groups will also react to your affiliations. Helping a group will increase your positive reputation with that group. Harming a group will increase your negative reputation. It is possible to have a mix of positive and negative reputation with a group if you help and harm them in equal measure. So we got a little bit of reputation with the Gilded Vale. It says major. And let's see what we can kind of take. Fruit gives plus max endurance for 300 seconds. Deerwood and fruit include the imported sunreed, staple of Aiden. Wow. It's getting a little late. Apologies. Staple of Adiran orchards and the common pear, though Valian figs are quite popular among the wealthy. No, we will take the food and store it on him. This tent is emptied, but for a pair of stained cots and the stink of unwashed bodies. Looks like we have a rod. Some rice, which gives max endurance again. Meat, max endurance and might. We'll keep the meat on us. Poultry's constitution. Agate and some copper. I guess we'll stash everything else. See what's in here. Some vegetables. Celery, carrots, and other common vegetables. Gives us a bonus to perception. Let's stash all of that for the time being. We still have those people that we can go loot over there. That's looks like some nice armor. High slash and corrode. I'm curious what we were doing. I'll have to check real quick. We have another cape. We have a hood. Some more lockpicks. And we'll actually see how we look with the hood. Silver loose. The most common Valian coin found in the Deerwood is the silver Lusk. I'm going to call it Lusk. Fish. So named for its resemblance to the scales of a fish. So, let's stash it all. And I do want to see about this hood. Nah, not for us. I do want to check out what this weapon damage is. It looks like we are slash and crush. So they had slash resistance. Quite a few daggers. Hatchet. Leather armor. Ripple sponge. Wow. Plus 10 max endurance for 600 seconds. Minus 2 focus on hit for 600 seconds. 40 fatigue for 300 seconds after 600 seconds. Made from the sponges found along the rocky coast of Rautai, Ripple Sponge is ground finely and inhaled. It's often used in long overseas voyages, for it has a soothing, calming effect which helps in tackling extended periods of strenuous activity. Seems kind of like it might be a drug. And we have Copper Skate. The skate is the standard currency used in the Adir Empire, and areas under their direct control, like the Deerwood Pand. It is a small copper coin. A golden Sewell. The smallest gold coin used by the Valiant Republic, the Sewell Sun, is used for high-value transactions. Lots of different currencies. That's probably going to get a little confusing. Let's our health's getting a little low. I'm gonna quick save. We're gonna go check out this little area down here. Okay, that is a young wolf. We fought one of these beasties already. That is a lot of young wolves, and I am glad that I quick saved. I don't think we're gonna be able to take all these guys down. I want to see if let's run away. Run away. Okay. Apologies. I hit F9 to quick load because typically games are F5 for quick save and F9 for quick load. I'm curious if there is a quick load. It is F8. F9 is my record button, and I just didn't even think about it. So I hit F9 to try to quick load, and it just stopped my recording. So yeah. That's what happened there. That's why there was that little skip, the little jump. But yeah, it looks like we have a bear in this area and a little pack of wolves that we'll have to try to come deal with in the future once we have some more people. We do have this person down here by this tent that we can come talk to, named Naughton, but it's getting about that time. So I think we're going to save that for the next episode. So I hope you guys did enjoy the episode. If you did, please consider leaving a like and hitting that subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching and have a good one.